Right. But the business can only do so much for situations like this. I mean, the business can only do so much before it starts really taxing me. And then once it starts taxing me, I don't want to create work. And then when I don't want to create work, then we don't have work. And then the guy just eventually just fades off into the distance because I've lost interest in generating work because it's creating more work, more drama for me to create work. And you're a good worker, a good guy, a good character, all that good mushy stuff that we like to talk about. It's fine, but I can't get started at 9:30 every day, and I can't. And I got to be able to. I can't get phone calls every morning talking about I need to know so I can plan the day. Okay, I'll be there at 8:30, and then once you're there at 8:30 for 5 or 6 days, then I can release a little of my attention. But see, if you say 8:30 and it's 8:45, I don't want to do that. If you say 8:30 and it's 7:30, I don't want to do that. I need to know, we need to, and you have options right now. Pick a time, right? It's that simple. Pick a time that you know for a fact that you can, I don't know, it's up to you, but I don't want to say a time because you need to tell me what time you can be there and then I can tell you if I can work with it or not. All that you figure, all that doesn't matter, but you got to figure that out. I'm willing to work with you, dude. I'm not trying to be a, you know. Well, you know, if your old lady insists that you take her, then you take her. But if she rides the bus, you ride the bus. But it can't be if she rides the bus. Oh, she's gonna ride the bus today, so I can be there at 8. Oh, she ain't gonna ride the bus today, so I'm gonna be there at 8:45. Because that creates too much. You see. You're on the very edge, dude, of really being something, right? I mean, you're right there, dude. You got to get all this shit out of your head that don't matter. That don't matter. You're right there, man. And because once you get out here, you got a great attitude. I can work with you all day long on any kind of job. It doesn't matter. But me not knowing what time you're going to be at my house, that's creating a lot more problems for me. And considering, and think about it from my perspective too, and considering, and it's not coming down to me, I love you to death, but, and also considering that you haven't been out here that long. So I'm having to kind of show you a few things that right now, this season, the rest of this season, I can't do that and it makes sense. And if you were in my spot, you would be the same way. Now, if you tell me, Ray, I can't be at work until 8:45 every morning, I'd say, okay, but what I would expect is you to be there at 8:45, not 8:30, not 9:30, not at 8:45, or you know, right in 5 minutes or so, right around then. What I see with you is you got to get on a routine, dude, a steady, hardcore routine in the morning time, because we all be slipping in the morning. And that's why I don't like this. That's why when you've seen the videos where I'm waiting on a guy to get to work and I'm freaking frustrated because, well, we got to do this and I got to meet him over there and then I got to do this and that's what guys have been out here for a year or two. Just think of how hard it is for me if a guy that hasn't been to all the properties, that doesn't know where to park and things like that, because all that affects things. This right here, right now, this is where you park when you come over here. Whether we're doing the one up the street there or this one, this is your spot. Everywhere we go, I don't want you to be having to think about where do I park? You know, because there's a reason why you park here. Because if you park back there around my truck, you're gonna be blocking somebody's driveway on that side. There's no space. And I've already analyzed, see, just check it out like this. I've already analyzed all that for you, dog. You ain't even gotta think about none of that. Just park here, done. And not on that side of the driveway, because sometimes if I'm not doing that one, I will park right over there. So just leave that side open. And this is the edge of the property line. So if we can cut this yard without having to be all up on my truck, you know, today. Now over here today, so we kind of understand where I'm coming from, right? And I love me some Justin, but but you know that you can be better.
I got pretty much my report card all day except for the damn.
The timing in the morning time. But dude, don't get it wrong. I can work on shit too. I'm always trying to get better. So I'm not out here telling you anything I'm not looking in the mirror and telling me. By the mere fact that I hire people tells you that I want to be better today than I was yesterday. Or my first thing every summer is, okay, how can I do these yards faster? How can I do them faster? That's self-analyzing. I'm self-analyzing. I'm looking in the mirror when I say that. Hire somebody. That's what so by the mere fact that I hire people to help me tells you that I'm analyzing myself. If I wasn't analyzing myself, then I would never hire nobody. I'd just be, okay, you see the yards I got. If I really crunched down and squeezed in, I could do 95% of the properties by myself. I would have to time things better. I have to work a little bit longer, but it's doable. It's not, it's not impossible. I would drop a few and blah, blah, blah. But my thing with you is just it's two little things too, dude, that you're in control of. You're in control of when you get to work after you tell me the time, right? You're in control of that. Who else is in control of when you come to work? I mean, a time that you're coming to work, and yeah, then all the moving parts it takes for you to do that, you need to figure that out without me even being involved. Oh, I got to take blah, blah, blah. Oh, I got to go to the hospital. Oh, all that doesn't matter to me at that point. At 8 o'clock in the morning when I'm looking at the schedule and I'm looking at the clock and I'm like, oh, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't, because if an emergency comes up, okay, I get it. Shit happens. But see, there's no emergency coming up. So when one does come up, I'm going to still feel the same way I feel now. Does that make sense? Well, if you can't walk, then you need to tell me, hey man, I can't come to work, I can't walk. And then you need to go take care of your business. Yeah. Meaning, go to the doctor, get some.
That's what I'm saying, like, what are they gonna do for me there?
I don't know, dude. Yeah, but see, I don't know. Maybe they can give you a splint, give you some pills, I don't know. But see, I don't know. But you're not gonna be able to hold a job coming in whenever you get ready. Or whenever you have at different times every day. I mean, that's just not going to, and make good money. And yeah, now what would you do if I demanded that? You wouldn't be out here. And then I would lose a good guy. You would lose a good potential relationship too. All because of, yeah. And you've worked with enough guys like me, and you've been the guy like me, that we can do a lot of work together. You know that based on the equipment I have, the long I've been in business, and all the factors that play. You know that we can, and we ain't even scratched the surface, dog. We ain't even scratched the surface on what you can make, and you're making pretty good now. But but I gotta be able to rely and know what time you're coming. And you got to be able to do that. Don't just say, oh, I'll be there at 8 o'clock just because Ray wants that. No, don't set yourself up for failure. Put yourself, just like I do with the business, I put us in the best scenario to win. You need to think like that for yourself. Okay, how can I win this situation with Ray and the timing and everything? Is there a compromise with Ray? That's what you should be asking yourself. And Ray is sitting here telling you, and I'm the owner of the business. It's the buck stops here. I'm telling you, I will work with you. I'm telling you that. I'm not saying this way or no way. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I need to know so then we can work accordingly. And next year, right, you'll be able to hit the ground running. You'll be able to make a lot more money. And you won't be having this conversation with you, because I have to have the conversation now because, well, you don't know the properties like you need to know them and like you will know them. And you don't know the expectations of every customer. See, like today, if I hadn't have told you, you'd been out there cutting that back. We don't have to cut the back. And know this, you got to believe in your heart, man. This is straight up, man to man. I'm always going to have your best interest and my best interest and the business's best interest while we're out here working. It may come off as cold sometimes, and it may come off as semi-disrespectful, but I'm always going to have, if we don't have to do something, we ain't doing it. We ain't spinning our wheels in the mud. We getting traction everywhere we go, and that's how you make a lot of money out here. And if you can pick that up and understand what every customer expects, dude, you'll be able to, because you're fast as hell with a weed eater. But fast ain't worth a damn if we ain't doing what the customer wants us to do. I mean, Bo used to come out here and he'd get on the property, we'd eat the backwood line, and I'm looking at it, I'm watching him for 10 minutes, we'd eat the backwood line. And I'm thinking to myself, we're not even getting paid for that. But he wants top dollar. He wants me to pay him top dollar, but he's not listening to what I'm telling him, and he's not grasping customer's expectations. And I don't expect you to do all that this time of year, this time of year. And I expect you to kind of pick up a little bit and help me wrap up the season, and then we'll see where we're at, and then I'll get us more work. But I gotta know in my heart that you're gonna be there at 8:30 or 8:45 or whatever time you tell me.
Yeah, but like, what are you gonna do when I gotta have surgery? I'm not finished.
Well, don't worry, you won't be out here if you have surgery. But you'll have a job. I'm never gonna let a guy go if he's trying. Not ever. But he can't have an attitude with me, and he's got to realize, and he's got to understand, Ray don't mean no harm. Ray's just trying to make me better. That's all Ray's, and that's all, and that is the God honest truth. I'm trying to make myself, I'm trying to make myself better. I'm harder on myself than what I could ever be on the guys that work for me. So, with us knowing that, then you know that we need to, I need to know what to expect from you. I already know what to expect from you on the jobs. I already know that, but it's all it's okay. What to expect of you at 8 o'clock in the morning when I'm at my weakest? I'm at my weakest at 8 o'clock in the morning. We're looking at the schedule sitting in my truck. That's my weakest point I'm ever at in my day. And when guys start call me, even though it's legit, right? If you had been at my house every day for the last 6 weeks or 5 weeks, every day at 8 o'clock, and you called me this morning, we wouldn't have a problem at all. What you can do is if you come out here and you're legit and you're focused and you're doing the timing and everything like I say, you can make enough money where she don't have to have a fucking job. I mean, I'm telling you the truth. I can't express that anymore from my